of North Dakota land, where the skies are wide and the freedom stands. With a Bible in my hand and a prayer in my heart, living this life where the wild plays its part. Dust on my boots and my hat pulled low, got my trusty rifle and I'm ready to go. Hunting the game as the sun hits the sky, in the heart of the 701 I feel so alive. Guns and the 701, that's how we roll. Faith in the good Lord, that's how we hold the line of the legacy that runs through our veins. In this wild, wild land where the spirit remains, we're living free, living bold, side by side, with God on our plate and our hearts open wide. Ranching the fields, the cattle run free, with a purpose so strong, it's our grand legacy. The rivers run deep as we cast out our lines, fishing the waters where the North Star shines. Got the warmth of the sun with the chill of the night, with every shot fired we're ready to fight for the freedom we cherish. The second is true, with family beside us we stand through and through. Guns and the 701, that's how we roll. Faith in the good Lord, that's how we hold the line of the legacy that runs through our veins. In this wild, wild land where the spirit remains, we're living free, living bold, side by side, with God on our plate and our hearts open wide. In a world that's spinning with sins that they wield, we stick to our values, our fate is revealed. With the word as our guide, we tread on the earth, a community built from the love, not the curse. Raising our voices, singing loud through the night, for God and our freedom, we'll continue the fight. Let the rifles ring out, let the spirits align. In North Dakota's embrace, our souls intertwine. So when you hear the gunshots and feel that proud sound, know it's faith and freedom that echoes around. From the fields of the ranch to the depths of the lake, with God on our side, there's nothing at stake. Guns and the 71, forever we'll stand in the heart of our faith, in this great free
LAUER Auto Repair, located at 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Give them a call at 701-258-6308.
The team of mechanics at LAUER Auto can take care of any problem your vehicle is having. And when you do business with LAUER, you can be assured you're doing business with a pro Second Amendment America First repair shop. There are plenty of other auto repair shops in the Bismarck-Mandan area. But why take a chance at patronizing a shop that might not have your beliefs at heart? Make no mistake. no mistake. Lauer Auto is your pro Second Amendment repair shop. When you talk to the guys at Lauer Auto, don't forget to tell them that you heard they are a sponsor of Guns and the 701 and that you appreciate their support of our pro Second Amendment, pro North Dakota live stream and podcast. That's Lauer Auto Repair, 701-258-6308. 701-258-6308. Located 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
When you want it done right,
go where lemons go.
Kalen's Auto Service, owned and operated by Kalen and Misty Foss, lifelong locals with over 25 years experience. From modern rides to classic restorations, they can handle it all. Top quality work, fair price, and honest hometown values. Located just one block south of Highway 12 on 6th Avenue West in Lemon. Kalen's Auto Service, serving you with all your auto repair needs.
For the best gun gear for every and any situation, Little Angry Man Arms LLC has you covered. Top-notch guns from top-name brands like Winchester, Glock, Sig Sauer, and Ruger to essential extras from Magpul, Streamlight, Hollow, Sun Optics, and more. Little Angry Man Arms LLC have everything to make your shooting adventures a success. Visit littleangrymanarms.com today and gear up for your next big hunt, competition, or home defense. Don't miss out on our exclusive deals. Little Angry Man Arms LLC, based in Trail City, South Dakota, your ultimate hunting partner.
At Horton Laser Craft, we believe in the power of personalization. Whether it's a cherished memory, a special occasion, or a unique gift, our custom laser engraving brings your vision to life. Our expert craftsmen and state-of-the-art technology ensure every piece is a work of art. From personalized decor to one-of-a-kind keepsakes, Horton Lasercraft makes every moment unforgettable. Horton Lasercraft is owned and operated by a local veteran and his wife located near Thunderhawk, South Dakota. They provide custom laser products at a reasonable price, and their turnaround time is fast and efficient.
Custom board cutting, glassware, decanter sets, mugs, assorted stainless steel jewelry, assorted tags, decor, custom acrylic nightlights, and much, much more.
Call them up at 605-545-7535. Horton Lasercraft, where memories are engraved.
Download The Beam at thebeam.com or on the App Store. Vote for an artist you love or discover your next obsession. It's the first music chart that pays artists.
Years of early mornings, every weekend, every holiday, all for one dream: to play on the LPGA Tour. She finally turned pro. Now, she just needs a stage worthy of her talent. Next Golf is that stage, a professional women's tour in Florida built to give these athletes the runway they've earned. Support her journey at nextgolf.com/support. That's nxxtgolf.com. Play it forward.
The MoonPay X Games Sacramento will deliver 3 days of world-class action sports and live music by Cascade, Mustard, and Subtronics June 26th through 28th. Watch the debut of the MoonPay X Games League, where the world's best athletes compete for their team championship on ABC, ESPN, and ESPN2. Fans everywhere can also stream every moment worldwide on the ESPN app, Roku Sports Channel, X Games YouTube, Kick, and the X Games TV Fast channel on Amazon. June 26th through 28th. Don't miss out on the action.
Here's your AccuWeather forecast. Clouds and sun with a couple of showers. Breezy today, the high 76. Still breezy this evening with increasing clouds, the low down to 65. Hazy, windy, and humid Saturday with the high of 81. The sun will break through the clouds at times on Sunday, but we'll have a couple of heavy thunderstorms that could produce damaging winds, hail, and even an isolated tornado, a high of 87. After a cloudy start Monday, sunshine returns. Watch for a strong morning thunderstorm, breezy in the afternoon, the high 82. With your AccuWeather forecast, I'm meteorologist Jason Caterina.
Bismarck at the moment, cloud cover, southeast wind at 7. It is 61. KFYR Radio, your news and weather authority.
I am the god of KFYR. Todd Mitchell.
Todd Mitchell.
One thing you may not have known about Debbie Gibson's Electric Youth. She missed 75 days of school her senior year so she could tour. Still graduated from Calhoun High School on Long Island with honors. The day after her song Foolish Beat went to number 1 in America. Foolish Beat's kind of slow, so I picked something a little peppier. 8:13. Dakota Mornings with Michael Bell. It's on the way after 9 o'clock. The Odermans. Michael and his thoughts, teachers, dates, and deets. And Julie Ellingson to talk about the Stockton Association update and highlights and stuff. Then it's Clay and Buck and Armstrong and Getty on the new fall schedule. And it's only June 26th. It's fall already? No, but the schedule's out. Like TV networks, you get a little early. Armstrong and Getty after 3 o'clock. Clay Peterson Guns in the 701 next.
It's a new talk show just for the Dakotas. Dakota Mornings with Michael Bell. Weekdays from 9 till 11 on KFYR 550, 99.7, and iHeartRadio.
Happy! You've got the apps for sharing pics.
You've got the apps for making playlists.
You've got the apps for scrolling endlessly at 2 a.m.
But if you don't have the iHeartRadio app,
you're missing the boat. Live radio, trusted DJs, breaking news.
Live play-by-play, endless music and podcasts just for you.
The iHeartRadio app completes your entertainment lineup. Download the #1 radio app.
The free iHeartRadio app today.
iHeartRadio.
Love discovering new music before anyone else? Stop being just a listener. Start making the rules and work with your new favorite artist before they even break. The Beam is a free music competition app where real emerging artists compete, you vote, and massive brands step in to fund the next big name. Your votes change careers. Find them first. Download The Beam at thebeam.com or on the App Store. Vote for an artist you love or discover your next obsession. It's the first music chart that pays artists.
This January, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship takes over the ocean. The inaugural Bruise Cruise sails from Miami to the Bahamas aboard the Norwegian Jewel. 3 straight days with pool deck bare knuckle fights in the Caribbean, massive parties, beach events, DJs, cigars, tequila tastings, and non-stop action. The lineup reveals coming soon. Cabins are disappearing fast, and the prices won't stay this low. Reserve your spot with just $200 down at BKFSEA.com.
Professional wrestling fans, the action continues every week. Watch TNA Thursday Night Impact every week on AMC.
It is like electricity flowing through your veins.
Don't miss the adrenaline, the drama, and the total non-stop action.
No one can ever be as good as this right here.
Don't miss the action of TNA Thursday Night Impact every week on AMC. For showtimes and more information, visit TNAWrestling.com.
This July 4th, celebrate at America's Block Party, a can't-miss concert at the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum. Hosted by America 250, see music performances from major artists, patriotic tributes, and kick off Giving Forth to make it the largest day of giving. Learn more at america250.org.
Years of early mornings, every weekend, every holiday, all for one dream, to play on the LPGA Tour. She finally turned pro. Now, she just needs a stage worthy of her talent. Next Golf is that stage, a professional women's tour in Florida built to give these athletes the runway they've earned. Support her journey at nextgolf.com/support. That's nxxtgolf.com. Play it forward.
The MoonPay X Games Sacramento will deliver 3 days of world-class action sports and live music by Cascade, Mustard, and Subtronics June 26th through 28th. Watch the debut of the MoonPay X Games League where the world's best athletes compete for their team championship on ABC, ESPN, and ESPN2. Fans everywhere can also stream every moment worldwide on the ESPN app, Roku Sports Channel, X Games YouTube, Kick, and the X Games TV Fast channel on Amazon. June 26th through 28th. Don't miss out on the action.
Kendrick Perkins here. Yo, y'all are not gonna believe what Perks Pass is giving you a chance to win. A trip to Hawaii, airfare, a beautiful Hilton Grand Vacation Villa. The whole thing. Enter to win at PerksPass.com.
Help shape what's next by voting for the brands, rewards, and experiences you want to see join the Perks Pass community. PerksPass.com. Join the community and enter to win today.
Big transfer news today.
Who's moving?
Me. To the couch. With Domino's best deal ever since they just added stuffed crust.
Any pizza, any toppings, now with stuffed crust for $9.99.
It's a long-term contract with no release clause.
Only $9.99? Yeah, that sounds like the move. I'm heading straight to
Domino's. Price is higher for some locations. Excludes XL and specialty pizzas. Select this offer from 6/15 through 7/26. Online only. Size availability varies by crust type. Max 7 toppings, 6 for pan and New York style crust. Minimum purchase required for delivery. Prices, participation, delivery area, and charges may vary.
Are you a parent who feels guilty about screen time?
No.
No, not you, sweetheart. But your mommy and daddy do. Because too many apps are filled with AI garbage, inappropriate videos, and random content.
Like a dancing potato.
Or worse. That's what parents worry about. We're Lingo Kids, the #1 entertainment platform for young kids. Because kids love it and parents can trust it. They want songs, videos, and interactive games that are safe
And fun.
and fun.
Lingo Kids.
Everything kids love.
Fun afternoon? Or just another task on the to-do list? ADT Blue makes DIY home security easy. Their kits and accessories can be customized to fit your space, so you're only buying what you need. No technician, no appointment window, and monitoring is your call. Leave it to ADT's 24/7 professional monitoring team, or keep tabs yourself through the ADT Plus app. When you've got ADT Blue, they've got you. Head to ADT.com/BLU to build your system today.
America's 250th anniversary is a big event, and if you're promoting a business, your advertising plan needs to be bigger than one channel. iHeart can help you bring your message to life across podcasts and broadcast, meaning your business will show up with scale and depth wherever your customers are listening. America 250 builds up into the July 4th weekend when listeners are traveling, celebrating, and tuned in. Let iHeart help you surround those moments. Call 844-844-iHeart today to get started. That's 844-844-iHeart.
KFYR 550, it's Guns to the 701 at 819. Clay Peterson, how are you?
Pretty good. A little tired, putting up a little hay last night, trying to beat the rain, but I'm never going to complain about rain in this country.
I know. Good. Especially because it's been a little hard to find of late, so when you get it, you get it. And I mean, you may not like the timing. God's got a different plan. We may look a little confused down here, and we go, "Really? But it's the plan." So it is. Let it roll.
I don't question it. We need rain. That's what makes this operation go around. You need the grass and the hay. So.
Well, Trump made a statement in PA about the national right to carry.
Yeah. So he was, as everybody knows, he was in Pennsylvania. He was at the Mack truck facility. I caught a little bit of that speech. But so if anyone don't know this, the people that still naysay on the NRA, well, guess what? They're still doing their thing. And President Bill Bockenberg was in that audience. And I know that the NRA has been in contact with the president pushing national reciprocity or national right to carry, either one. And it came up, and Trump made a comment on it, which was kind of funny and kind of cool to see it. He was asked whether he would back national right to carry legislation. And he put the question up to the crowd. Now, anyone who's been to a rally or watched him, he always does that, right? Hey, he's an entertainer, too. He was in that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Gets loud applause, and he goes, national right to carry, yeah, we're working on it, which, it made the room explode and clap, which is nice to see in Pennsylvania. There are conservatives, even in those blue and purple states, but did he specifically name a bill? No. Nor was he going to, because that wasn't really why he was there. But there are two of them out there, and what I sent you today, I've been following these. Mike Lee, if you don't know who he is, everybody, he's from Utah. He had introduced national constitutional carry quite a while ago, and what that would do is kind of emulate, our states, South Dakota, North Dakota, well, anybody who has constitutional carry out of the 30-plus states says you don't need one. It is your constitutional right to carry your firearm. You don't need a permit and have the government sell you your right back, which I've always agreed with. I got really no use for permits to carry because it's not the government's right to tell me whether I can or not, and that's always been my feeling on that. The other bill is from Representative Richard Hudson, and that one would be to honor the concealed carry permits like a driver's license. So if you have one, it's going to be recognized in every state. I would say that's probably going to be the stepping stone. That's how we did it statewide, and then eventually the constitutional carry. That was a 25-plus year battle, and it's still ongoing. And I really kind of think that's probably the vehicle that's going to be used. I think it's easier to pass as long as Thune and the Republicans decide that they can actually get something done in the Senate if the House passes it. I think that it would be a great stepping stone to get to that constitutional carry nationwide. So to see Trump, though, put it right there front and center, we hadn't heard much about it really in the news lately. I really like the fact that he said it. It puts it back on the agenda and on the radar of a lot of people. Is there a law or a bill? No, is there bills? Is there one that he's backing or his administration is? No, I think they kind of said, you know what, we've got two great ones here. Let's just go with them. So I'm really excited to see it come back into the public eye, and hopefully we can get some movement on it now. But don't hold your breath, everybody. Congress isn't doing a whole lot of anything right now.
Imagine that.
Yeah, imagine that.
The opposite of progress, Congress. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
pro, con.
Yeah.
No.
So anyway, I just wanted to let everybody know that Trump and the NRA are still working hand in hand to keep passing legislation that's pro-Second Amendment, and we've seen that shift in the Department of Justice. We've even got the civil rights part of that department now, specifically within there, carved out a Second Amendment part of that. And Harmeet Dillon has been doing a fantastic job of defending your rights and mine on the Second Amendment and going after places like New York, California, and others that we're going to talk about here in a little bit.
Clay Peterson Guns with the 701 and KFYR. It's 824. Supreme Court's ruling spells doom for unlawful red flag laws because those couldn't possibly get abused, could they?
No. And if anyone's not familiar with, there were two great cases, one on Hawaii and then one on this. This was the one, everybody, that the guy had marijuana, and really that was the only charge he really was charged with, but they decided to take his guns. So the Supreme Court heard this case, but what I really liked in the ruling was they used this phrase several times, pre-deprivation process. For those that don't know what that is, it's a procedural safeguard. It requires due process clauses, which are found in the 5th and the 14th Amendments, before government, that's tyrants, can deprive you of an individual life, of your individual life, liberty, and property rights. That's what it's always been under the 5th. When you hear someone say, I take the 5th, well, that's self-incrimination, but also your due process is in there. So I really like the fact that that's what they referred to. Basically under due process, and that's why I'm going into this part. Yeah, the guy had marijuana, I guess they could say, I guess you can smoke your weed and have a gun now too, I guess. As far as the
well, you don't. I will say you don't necessarily see gangs of stoners going out and shooting people. They tend to just be far too stoned. Not to defend them, but but still.
And the big thing is I think he was just possessing it. I don't think he was even high or anything. I didn't look into that part. Neither did the Supreme Court, because they wanted to focus on this due process thing, which basically says that you have the right to know your accusations. The accuser has to be a presentation of evidence and an opportunity for you to defend yourself. Well, what they did to this gentleman in that case basically said, hey, too bad you've got a controlled substance that's federally regulated. Now we're going to take your guns away. Well, there's a lot of things so where does that stop? If it's allowed to stand, where does that stop? Does it say, hey, you were drunk driving? You didn't have a gun with you, but we're going to go into your home now, and we're going to basically take out another right going into your home on the warranted list. But basically, that's what this is stopping. Things like say, hey, we're going to take your guns because you have an infraction here. No, not how that works. You can't use Title 18 for users of illegal use of substances, and then also that's where the gun laws are. And go take your guns just because you happen to be possessing them. But it has a distinction, though, for red flags. Red flag laws, they just adamantly take away your due process. Someone can call in, Todd, and go, hey, I think Todd Mitchell, I saw him out there trying to blow snow yesterday in the middle of summer. He must be crazy. Go take his guns.
Well, I am crazy, so yeah. But, well, but yeah, the other thing I was going to, one that is a little bit more toward real world than me bringing my snowblower out when it's 80 some odd degrees or whatever. Although I might do it one day just to, and then tell everybody, no, I'm getting the gas out of the carburetors. You're supposed to do that. Doesn't mean you're supposed to walk it around the neighborhood, but I missed that part. No, but more real world, my neighbor who thinks my dog should be put down because they bark when he shows up.
There you go.
Okay,
yeah.
So, if he decided, well, I don't think Todd should have guns because he might, shoot me because he's protecting his dogs. Well, that's kind of jumping the gun, ain't it? You see what I did there? Nice jumping the gun.
There. I see. Yeah, but yes, that's exactly what happened. They call usually in a call like that. Luckily, in North and South Dakota here, we don't have that problem because we fought off the red flag laws that were actually introduced in North Dakota a few sessions ago, and were supported by Wardner and Baszler. By the way, everybody, they supported that. When that first came out, thanks to Rick Becker and a whole bunch of pro-Second Amendment people, we have that defeated. It did not take place. But yeah, red flag laws, they essentially say, sorry, you have an accusation, an unfounded one, without evidence, without due process, but while we're figuring all that out, we're going to come take all your guns. No. That is not how this works. We have a constitutional Fifth Amendment right.
What?
To not have that happen to us. Yeah, crazy, right?
That old thing, that's still around?
Yeah, darn it anyway, right? But yeah, I do love the fact that the way they worded this, so you got to give Clarence Thomas and some of these guys, they're always thinking ahead, and when they made their decision and wrote the 6-3 decision that upheld Fifth Amendment rights and struck down the crazy red flag laws while doing it, even though that wasn't the case. It was the vehicle was the marijuana case or a federally controlled substance. And they took that and said, no, guess what? This is a great time to address red flag laws without addressing them. So when you look at states like New York, states like Hawaii, Virginia, I mean, just name your blue or purple state who have these red flag laws or yellow flag laws as they change terminology to make it sound a little less
Oh, for God's sakes. We can see right through it, but whatever.
So, yeah, I was glad to see this decision. There's a lot more in there, but we don't have time today to go into that. I'm probably going to hit on this in the show next week. It came up Tuesday as well, and I just didn't have a lot of information. I knew the decision took place, but I didn't know the details. So, I thought, well, we'll start it here, and then I'm going to continue it Tuesday and go into it really kind of deep because I tell you what, this is a huge ruling that is going to be able to be used just like Bruin and just like the Heller case to uphold Second Amendment rights. And we have 6 justices that made it pretty clear that this is how we're going to rule because of historical use on Bruin and the right to keep and bear arms that was upheld under Heller. So stay tuned, everybody, because this is going to be a profound, affecting case that nobody saw coming, and I love it.
When we come back, Supreme Court strikes down Hawaii's vampire rule.
Another good one.
Nothing to do with vampires, is it? And
no.
When the ex breaks in, you should be able to defend yourself. Clay Peterson.
Usually, I would say.
Yeah, Guns in the 701. We got more coming up, 8:31 at KFYR.
It's Mitchell in the morning, KFYR 550.
Coming up on the Dakota Farm and Ranch Report presented by Proceed, well, an opportunity of rain over the weekend. That with warmer temperatures coming. Hot, muddy pastures may help livestock cool down, but can raise the risk of tetanus. And The Senate Agriculture Committee has released a draft of the 2026 Farm Bill. Details next on the Dakota Farm and Ranch Report.
Piper's Auctioneers will offer nearly 9,000 acres of cropland, grazing land, and hunting land coming up on the auction calendar across the upper Midwest, including Lemoore, Pembina, Nelson, Emmons, Burley, Stutzman, and Ottertail counties. Don't miss the marquee event, 5,155 acres of premier Montana ranch land and cropland in Dawson County, closing August 25th. Whether you're looking for productive cropland, quality pasture, or recreational ground, Piper's has the property for you. For more information and online bidding on dozens of land and equipment auctions throughout the upper Midwest, log on to Pipers.com.
KFYR. Welcome back to the Dakota Farm and Ranch Report presented by Proceed. Well, there is a risk of some stronger stormy weather this weekend, expected to bring some rainfall, periods of heavy rain a possibility too, and maybe potential severe weather, say DTN forecasters. Those showers may linger into early next week, keeping fields wet, while moisture is largely beneficial to crops and pasture conditions. Localized flooding is a possibility for low-lying and poorly drained areas, and cooler than normal temperatures accompany this pattern, but we will see temperatures rise next week, maybe even into the 90s as we head into the 4th of July holiday. As always, keep it right here for the latest on the weather. Hot, muddy pastures. They may help livestock cool down, but it can also raise the risk of tetanus. That bacteria that causes tetanus lives in the soil and manure and can enter through cuts, punctures, and even small wounds producers might not even notice. Veterinarians say common entry points include injuries, surgical sites, or infections in newborns. Horses, especially sensitive, so even minor wounds should be treated promptly and monitored closely. Once infected, tetanus affects the nervous system, causing muscle stiffness, difficulty moving, and in severe cases, trouble breathing or swallowing. Without treatment, it can be life-threatening. Experts say prevention is key. Keep wounds clean, maintain sanitary calving and foaling areas, and stay current on vaccinations. Bottom line, the routine vaccination and quick attention to injuries is the best defense against tetanus on the farm. The Senate Agriculture Committee has released a draft of the 2026 Farm Bill. It's aimed at strengthening support for farmers, ranchers, and rural communities. The program builds on existing farm programs that focus on the safety net, research, specialty crops, rural development, and expanding market opportunities. Lawmakers say the goal is to help producers manage economic challenges while maintaining a reliable food supply. A key provision would increase access to credit by modernizing Farm Credit Service Agency loan limits, giving producers more flexibility for land purchases, operations, and improvements. The bill also includes support for fertilizer storage and handling, offering low-interest financing to improve infrastructure and efficiency. Conservation remains a priority with expanded voluntary programs supporting soil health, water quality, and grazing lands. The draft also protects crop insurance and promotes rural infrastructure development as the bill moves forward. And U.S. livestock producers now facing New World screwworm are dealing with limited treatment options. There are no fully approved products. Veterinarian Brian Lubbers says that the current tools are either conditionally approved or under emergency authorization, meaning that they must be used exactly as labeled and under veterinary guidance. That makes proper diagnosis and strict use essential. Experts warn against mass or preventative treatment, which can increase resistance risk and reduce effectiveness over time. Kansas State entomologist Cassandra Old says products should be used only when needed, not out of fear. The current toolbox includes a small number of animal health products and several registered insecticides, all part of a broader fly control strategy, not a cure-all. Veterinarians stress these tools manage individual cases, not the spread, which is handled through sterile fly programs. Bottom line, daily inspection, early detection, and working closely with your vet are critical to protecting livestock and limiting losses. Have a great weekend. This has been the Dakota Farm and Ranch Report presented by Proceed. I'm Shannon Dean.
KFYR, your ag authority.
There's an app for your playlists,
An app for your photos,
even an app that helps you dodge traffic.
but only one app brings you this live radio station anytime, anywhere.
With the iHeartRadio app, your favorite radio station fits right in your pocket. Live shows, news, sports, exclusive music channels, and voices that don't just go viral.
They're the voices of your local community.
So if it's not already on your home screen, fix that.
Download the #1 radio app, the free iHeartRadio app today.
iHeartRadio.
You're grinding, putting tracks on Spotify, making TikToks, and watching fractions of a cent roll in. Exposure doesn't pay rent. It's time for real stakes. Welcome to The Beam, the new music competition app. Real fans vote. Brands buy your music before it breaks. You win money and exposure. No more chasing algorithms. Just compete and get paid. Download The Beam at thebeam.com or on the App Store. Submit your track, earn what your music deserves on The Beam, the only chart that writes checks.
Professional wrestling fans, the action continues every week. Watch TNA Thursday Night Impact every week on AMC.
It is like electricity flowing through your veins.
Don't miss the adrenaline, the drama, and the total non-stop action.
No one can ever be as good as this right here.
Don't miss the action of TNA Thursday Night Impact every week on AMC. For showtimes and more information, visit TNAWrestling.com.
KFYR. Fox News, I'm Therese Crowley. President Trump returns to the scene of the crime at the D.C. Hilton for the first time since the attempt on his life there. This time for the Faith and Freedom Conference. And he has faith the U.S. peace deal is moving forward despite Iran's forces damaging a Singapore ship with a drone attack in the Strait of Hormuz. It claims 3 more ships turned around, but oil and gas prices keep dropping. Casualties mounting in search and rescue from Venezuela earthquakes. Nearly 600 dead, 3,000 injured. An exciting World Cup for the U.S. men versus Turkey on Fox Sports.
To the back post. Knocked down. It's in. It's another early goal. It's Austin Trusty's first career goal for the United States.
Turkey went on to win 3-2, but the U.S. secured its group to meet Bosnia July 1st in the knockout round. America is listening to Fox News. KFYR, your news authority.
This July 4th, celebrate at America's Block Party, a can't-miss concert at the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum. Hosted by America 250. See music performances from major artists, patriotic tributes, and kick off Giving 4th to make it the largest day of giving. Learn more at america250.org.
Years of early mornings, every weekend, every holiday, all for one dream, to play on the LPGA Tour. She finally turned pro. Now, she just needs a stage worthy of her talent. Next Golf is that stage, a professional women's tour in Florida built to give these athletes the runway they've earned. Support her journey at nextgolf.com/support. That's nxxtgolf.com. Play it forward.
The MoonPay X Games Sacramento will deliver 3 days of world-class action sports and live music by Cascade, Mustard, and Subtronics June 26th through 28th. Watch the debut of the MoonPay X Games League where the world's best athletes compete for their team championship on ABC, ESPN, and ESPN2. Fans everywhere can also stream every moment worldwide on the ESPN app, Roku Sports Channel, X Games YouTube, Kick, and the X Games TV Fast channel on Amazon. June 26th through 28th. Don't miss out on the action.
Kendrick Perkins here. Yo, y'all are not going to believe what Perks Pass is giving you a chance to win. A trip to Hawaii, airfare, a beautiful Hilton Grand Vacation Villa. The whole thing. Enter to win at PerksPass.com.
Help shape what's next by voting for the brands, rewards, and experiences you want to see join the Perks Pass community. PerksPass.com. Join the community and enter to win today.
If you run a business, consider this. 77% of Americans say our nation's 250th birthday is an appropriate time to celebrate. That gives you the green light to advertise. Let iHeart help you advertise around America 250. Get started today at iHeartAdvertising.com.
If you're a fight fan and you haven't seen the BKFC app yet, you're missing the world's most exciting combat sport. Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship has changed the game. No gloves, no stalling, no boring rolling around on the ground. Just pure violence and pure entertainment. The BKFC app includes live events, past fights, original series, behind-the-scenes access, merch discounts, and more. Only $7.99 a month or $49.99 a year. Get the BKFC app at bkfc.com.
Big transfer news today. Who's moving? Me. To the couch. With Domino's best deal ever since they just added stuffed crust.
Any pizza, any toppings, now with stuffed crust for $9.99.
It's a long-term contract. with no release clause.
Only $9.99? Yeah, that sounds like the move. I'm heading straight to
Minos.
Price is higher for some locations. Excludes XL and specialty pizzas. Select this offer from 6/15 through 7/26. Online only. Size availability varies by crust type. Max 7 toppings, 6 for pan and New York style crust. Minimum purchase required for delivery. Prices, participation, delivery area, and charges may vary.
Fun afternoon? Or just another task on the to-do list? ADT Blue makes DIY home security easy. Their kits and accessories can be customized to fit your space, so you're only buying what you need. No technician, no appointment window, and monitoring is your call. Leave it to ADT's 24/7 professional monitoring team, or keep tabs yourself through the ADT Plus app. When you've got ADT Blue, they've got you. Head to ADT.com/BLU to build your system today.
Unlock the savings at Boost Mobile and save up to $600 a year. I've been scouting these big carriers for a minute now, and I've seen them pull the same play 1,000 times. They promise you the world, then hit you with a price hike right when the game gets tight. But Boost Mobile, their $25 a month unlimited wireless plan is the most consistent player on the floor. No contracts, no price hikes. Unlock the savings today at boostmobile.com/unlock. Based on average annual single line payment of AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile customers compared to 12 months of the Boost Mobile unlimited wireless plan as of January 2026. For full offer details, visit boostmobile.com.
When I was diagnosed, all I wanted to do was get back to work. I wanted to get back to that trajectory that I was on prior to the cancer. I always felt like I had value. I had a place on the team. To just be treated with dignity, it means everything.
Research shows there is a significant connection between the ability to continue to work and cancer recovery. We can make work a better place for healing.
Learn more and sign the pledge at workingwithcancerpledge.com.
Here's your AccuWeather forecast. Clouds and sun with a couple of showers. Breezy today, the high 76. Still breezy this evening with increasing clouds, the low down to 65. Hazy, windy, and humid Saturday with the high of 81. The sun will break through the clouds at times on Sunday, but we'll have a couple of heavy thunderstorms that could produce damaging winds, hail, and even an isolated tornado, a high of 87. After a cloudy start Monday, sunshine returns. Watch for a strong morning thunderstorm, breezy in the afternoon, the high 82. With your AccuWeather forecast, I'm meteorologist Jason Caterina.
Bismarck at the moment sitting at 61 at KFYR 550. Hawaii's vampire rule struck down. Don't they like people that drink blood? What's the problem over there? 843 at KFYR. Clay Peterson here guns in the 701. A major 2A win.
Yeah, it was. They called it the vampire rule, and so that was fitting to put that in there. I like that. And, the Democrats kind of are bloodsuckers when it comes to your constitutional rights. So there we go.
Don't sugarcoat it. Just tell us how you really feel.
Yeah. So this is a Hawaii case, guys. This should really be a warning. It really should. I mean, any normal person with a brain, like in Hawaii, New York, California, New Jersey, just take your anti-gun states trying to circumvent Bruin's decision. They should take heed, but they won't. They'll probably double down. And this is the Wolford versus Lopez case. And they called it the vampire rule because it violated basically your carry rights, and it kind of snuck in behind and just basically took your rights, or took your blood. Anyway, Justice Samuel Alito, he wrote the 6-3 majority ruling, which I love this, and here they didn't sugarcoat it either. When they wrote this, and it had to do and refer basically to upholding Bruin, which was New York State Rifle and Pistol versus Bruin. This is their quote. This regime, how often have you heard the Supreme Court call somebody a regime? I mean, we know what that word means.
True, but yeah, you're right. It's not a word the Supreme Court typically uses.
No, definitely not. So it tells you that those 6 justices, and let's face it, we got 3 crazies on there right now that always dissent in these 6-3 decisions. But let's just face it, they called it a regime, and that was not by accident. It was deliberate, and that's what they wanted it to imply. This regime hobbles what the Second Amendment protects, the right of Americans to carry arms for self-defense as they go about their daily lives. We hold that the law is unconstitutional, talking about Hawaii's law. So what they did was, after Bruin, New York's done the same thing. So it'll be interesting to see if some of these cases that are working their way up the courts, if they just basically pull out, because they're not going to win, because now this is the precedent that the Supreme Court will use, and they're probably going to be found unconstitutional in these other states. But they made a law that circumvented Bruin, saying, hey, it used to be kind of accepted that if the private businesses didn't want you to carry in their facility, they'd just post a sign saying so, right? Saying, hey, you can't carry here. And then I can choose to not shop there or do it, and they wouldn't know because they didn't have no way to detect it. Anyway, but they turned the tables on this and said, hey, everything. I mean, they didn't leave nothing out the way they worded it. That meant a gas station, a convenience store, restaurant, coffee shops, you name it. The assumption was you can't carry in there if it's a public access place. You can't carry if it was publicly owned anything, whether it be a park, building, and not necessarily governmental buildings, just anything that the state or municipality or county owned. I mean, it was pretty broad when you read what they actually passed. Well, the court said, wait a second, this could have implications that would be far-reaching. And you take like an employee who would be going to work, or even an owner. Let's just say an owner. Say I owned my business and I want to carry for, well, I don't need a reason, it's my right, but for self-defense. I technically, under their law, could have been banned from carrying and be violating their state law in my own private property. It could have been taken that way. It was such a broad stroke and could be applied in any way. And then Hawaii was saying, well, have you ever heard the term spirit of aloha, Todd?
I say it all the time. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, we're so embracing, and then we don't want. They were trying to argue in front of the Supreme Court that in the spirit of aloha, which is their mantra in Hawaii, you're welcoming. There's no goodbyes. There's no. That's why, because it's a peaceful state and it's kumbaya, blah blah blah. And I love it. They basically said, Alito says the Second Amendment cannot give way to the spirit of the law. So he actually took what they were defending in front of the Supreme Court and said, cannot give way to the spirit of aloha in Hawaii any more than it can yield to the spirit of the Big Apple, which would be New York, or the Windy City, places like Chicago. So he specifically called out these mantras. You're like Denver, the Mile High City. Well, that might have a new meaning in Colorado with their drug laws. But anyway, I'm telling you,
I always thought it meant when a guy and a girl in an airplane, but no, okay.
Yeah, no.
Whatever.
All right. The terminology again.
I'll wake up, don't worry.
He also in this statement says, merely local attitudes can neither shrink nor inflate the meaning of fundamental Bill of Rights guarantees that apply to the states through the 14th Amendment. So you just don't see rulings like this, Todd, a lot, especially on Second Amendment cases. They've always kind of kept them broad. Bruin was different, but in all aspects, they kept it broad and really left a lot of room for people to take and bring cases for or against the Second Amendment based on other grounds. They didn't. In both of these cases we talked about today, they call out the actual amendments. They call out the specifics in the arguments, like from Hawaii, talking about the spirit of aloha. And I mean, they just don't do that. So I really am happy to see this. I mean, they call them regimes, these governments that are trying to take it. Even Justice Barrett, who I had reservations about, she goes, applying old principles to new circumstances is not always easy. This case, however, was not hard. Can you imagine being that attorney for the state of Hawaii arguing this case, and you've got your justices saying, hey, wait a second. That's just a nice way of saying you're stupid. This isn't a hard case to decide.
No doubt.
Yeah, and she goes, while most Hawaiians might prefer that no one carry firearms in public places, a majority's opposition to constitutional rights is not a permissible basis for restricting it.
Exactly.
That's profound. And that's why I say these cases coming forth could be very interesting, because there's cases coming out of all these other states that passed laws like this. New York is one of them. They're either going to drop them or they're going to go ahead and push them through the system, waste a bunch of time and money, get to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court is going to reference these decisions that were just handed down today and make their rulings, because now they're precedent. So it's a big win for Second Amendment. We'll see how it goes. I'm really excited to see how these things are going to be applied now to all the lower court cases. So, yeah.
Sometimes you end up with an X. Sometimes that X is just a little. Well, they can get violent or whatever. It happens sometimes. So you should always be ready to defend yourself. A fourth woman was very prepared, evidently.
She was, yeah. Happy ending this week. And so I did look for some other details like I always do. There isn't a lot out there on this, I suppose, because it's pretty new and it's pending, because nothing's been decided. I mean, the only thing been decided is that you had an idiot out there tried to go into his ex-girlfriend's home. He broke in, tried attacking her, so she pepper sprayed him. All right. Not a lethal thing. That's okay, right? It didn't work.
I have zero problem with that. It's like, no, you're in my place. You don't belong here. Go. They don't go, then you help them out.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever
That's
it
what
takes.
happened.
Yep.
He ignored it, or it didn't work on him. He kept coming at her. So she pulled her self-defense firearm.
Good.
And she didn't just shoot him once. She shot him 3 times. Now, generally, you shoot someone 3 times at close range, pretty good chance you can basically dispose of that threat permanently. But
unless you're deliberately aiming at feet or something, yeah.
Well, and we don't know that, and maybe that was the deal. There's nothing wrong with that. Take away the threat. If you need lethal force, do it. I mean, that's going to be split-second reactions. Or she was just, never maybe done it. The adrenaline's pumping. She might have just fired at him and happened to hit him 3 places, because he wasn't dead. When the cops arrived there, he basically was sitting there going, he was in bad shape, very critical condition, it was described, and he was transported to the hospital. He is still in critical condition. Now, critical condition is a terminology used, probably overused anymore, but I don't know how bad in shape the guy is in, but it did stop him after the pepper spray, and she told him to get out, all these things. She had to pull her self-defense firearm. And I think the real thing here is, if you're going to use a response that may not be lethal, and it's fine. That actually should be the goal of everybody, not to have to use it. But if you're going to use it, you got to remember, pepper spray that you buy is not like what law enforcement has. It really isn't. It's not near as toxic. It's not near as bad. You're going to have people that it might not affect like anything else. They might be high, they might be drunk, they might just, who knows, be out of it. But it won't work on some people, and you're going to have to pull that sidearm. And this is what this case represents, and that's why it's a happy ending, because she was able to defend herself, take her firearm out, make sure the threats stop, and walk away from it, rather than having a death or something, or be badly injured and her herself being in the hospital. So she was able to enjoy and keep on living and go on with her life, and nobody got killed, and that's okay. That's okay. And she stopped the threat. So that is our happy ending, and again, we're very thankful for our Second Amendment rights.
Well, this is still why I have a Second Amendment if you can't, defend yourself against a psychotic ex or whatever.
Right, and as of now, no charges have been filed against her. I don't see it happening, being he entered the house and the threshold, crossed it. And Texas has some very, very good self-defense laws when it comes to right to defend yourself. So, yeah.
Thank God.
Good ending. So, yeah, thank God for that, right?
All right.
Hey, want to listen to us? Hop on iHeart, check it out. That's where the audio will be uploaded each and every time after each and every segment here on KFYR, as well as on our podcast. And, of course, we want to thank Todd and Mitchell in the Morning and KFYR for having us on every morning on Friday. It's fun to do, and I look forward to it every week, Todd.
My pleasure. It is always fun having you on. Clay, you have a great weekend.
You too. You know what? It rained, so like I said, I think I'm going to go put my window back in the old tractor that fell out, and probably then, I don't know, maybe I'll just enjoy the rest of the day and go fishing.
There you go. That's a great thought. All right, Clay, take care.
Talk to you later. Bye.